Last year in the Hawaii Ironman World Championships, I was riding the bike and I lost 2 of my bottles, and I lost my nutrition, about 2,000 calories worth of nutrition that I trained with for about a year. So you can imagine what I had to take on the course wasn't what my stomach agreed with. So long story short, my body stopped absorbing nutrients about 60 miles into the ride. I got my special needs. I got the bottles that I needed. I drank one of them, 24 ounces straight in Hawaii, and the other 2 I took to try to claw my way out of that deficit on that bike ride. When I got into the run, I was totally dehydrated, and like I said, my body stopped absorbing nutrients. I tried to run that marathon. I ran a couple miles, walked, and I just realized, like, look, I can't do it. My heart rate was too high. I couldn't absorb anything, and I really just couldn't run. I finished that race by walking the rest of that marathon. How did I do that? It's because my mind told me that I'm going to do it, I'm going to finish it. And so many of us compromise in little areas of our lives, and we don't have the mental toughness to finish things. For example, some of you can't even stick with things for a week. You're trying to save money for a week, you can't even do it. You try to break that bad habit for a week, you can't do it. You try to discipline yourself by losing some weight and getting exercising for a week, and you can't even do it. So the small disciplines or the small compromises that we're doing daily is what's adding up to create this weak person that can't do the simplest tasks. Listen, you're a warrior. Your mind and the human body and the human mind is a warrior mentality. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you were born like that as a child. When you were a kid, the world was possible. It was a big dream. You thought you could conquer, but then you got into the world and people told you that you can't do this, you can't do that, you're not able, it's not possible, you gotta follow these rules, you gotta follow that rule. Look, your mind is gonna tell you what you can and can't do. I finished running that damn thing. Finished that Hawaii Ironman because my mind was so disciplined and focused to train myself past the finish line. People want to get to a finishing line in their minds and then they stop. For me, I train past the finish lines because you never stop. The finishing lines come every single day. It's a finishing line to wake up earlier. It's a finishing line to not hit the snooze on the alarm clock. It's the finishing line to stay disciplined and not eat the junk food that you know that's making you feel lethargic. And it's the finishing lines of saying no to toxic relationships and the abuse that people keep on spewing and dumping on you to keep them taken care of all the time. It's saying no. It's saying no. Like, sometimes that finishing line is just saying no and sticking to your guns and saying, you know what, no more. I'm not living like that. I'm not living like this. I refuse to live like this for the rest of my life. And I'm making a choice and I'm sticking with it through the daily disciplines. And if you don't practice this daily, you're not gonna have the daily discipline or the self-respect for yourself to maintain the standards that you have created for yourself. Standards to feel confident, to feel hopeful, to feel strong, to have courage, to have self-confidence, to have self-respect. That daily discipline to build those areas of your lives up. It's not about achieving the goals. It wasn't about finishing the Hawaii Ironman for me. It was about digging into myself and seeing what I'm capable of. How far can I literally go? And I walked the entire marathon on the blades over 6 hours when my body stopped absorbing nutrients at the halfway on the bike. So I was able to go a whole nother 10 hours barely absorbing any nutrients. Okay, so how far are you willing to go? What are you willing to do for yourself? But you got to develop the why. And you gotta develop the mental daily discipline every day to say to yourself, I'm gonna do this no matter what, even if it hurts. And right now the run's hurting, the legs are hurting, run's hurting, but I'm here and I'm walking, and every step is progress. It's not about crossing a finishing line, then you're successful. Every step is a success. Everything, waking up earlier is a success. Saying no is a success. Standing up proud and holding your head up tall in the midst of all your screw-ups and mess-ups is a success. It's all a success every day. There's small wins every day. But people wait for the recognition by everybody else to say that you're successful before they could say, oh, I'm successful. Every day, small successes add up, and you should applaud them and celebrate them. Because what is it? I mean, I reached the Ironman, I finished the goal, and then what else is there, right? Am I fulfilled? Of course. But every day I trained for that, I was happy and successful, uncovering the truth of myself, digging into my whys, forging myself into the man I know I can be and will be, and can overcome things, and confident, strong, capable, being the own hero, my own story, my own life. You know, it's a powerful way to live. What a way to live. What a way to live. So my advice to you is daily disciplines every day. And the fortitude and the strength, practicing it daily will carry you through to a life that you want to have, that you want for your family to have, that you want to instill in your kids. Okay, develop the whys. Everybody has their whys of why they do what they do. I'm gonna keep on running, live free, live amazingly.